Why hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings, right where we left off last time on a LOTRO tale, my friends. We're continuing trying to find signs of the Elf Magor or Mithrandir, Gandalf, right? The Grey Pilgrim. That is what we're off to right now. We're trying to get to the bottom of the top of the Endless Stair, which again, meaning the top up here of the bottom of the stair, because the stair goes all the way up to the top of the mountain. It's where we're going to swim along the lake here. Hope you had fun the last episode. I gave you guys some swimming lesson comments. And we are going to see if we can find any signs of Gandalf here in the middle of the lake. So for one, I'd like to swim out to this spot because I believe there's a deed, meaning a location we find here out in the middle. So we're going to do that real quick. And then we will continue on through Middle-earth. I may need to grab myself a snack. I hope you guys have some nice water. My sister got me this cool little cup. Look, it's got like little animals on it, and like there's a little blue whale shape and a dolphin, and looks like a seal, and the other side has like an alligator and elephant and a bunch of different like creatures, bunny, and yeah, it's a nice little cup though. It's got a nice little, got a nice little porcelain. All right, we're here, my friends. All right, so. You know what this is? Do you guys, okay, I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to guess, and I'll hold you to it if you're being fair to guess what this is in the comments. And tell me in the comments what you think it is, and tell me you guessed it right before I said it. What do you think this piece of stone is, this long piece of stone here? What broke at the top? So we're in the foundations of stone. Give you a few more seconds to think. We're in the foundations of stone. What in the movies? What happened with Gandalf and the Balrog? They fell down a giant crack and they fell into a lake, right? Well, what broke on the lake? And there's the big crack up there. You got it? All right. You wrote it down? You got it. It is the middle of the Bridge of Khazad-dûm. It's the bridge. It's the center of the Bridge of Khazad-dûm. The dwarves made the bridge very, very skinny so that enemies could not cross it easily. So it's a defensive point. There's another player. Again, lots of people play this game, you guys. I run into players constantly in these LOTRO tale episodes. And I play at weird times, too, when people aren't on when I do these videos. But yeah, so it's the Bridge of Khazad-dûm. The bridge shots. Again, you might have gotten a hint when you walked up and it said the bridge shots. All right, here's something right here. What's that? What do you guys think that is? It's a hat, right? It's a burned hat. This pointed hat is burned and blackened in many places. What do you think it is? The hat is burned and ashened, but certainly once belonged to Gandalf the Grey. We found Gandalf's hat. We did. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool storytelling right there. All right, so we found Gandalf's hat. So we know he was here. So now we need to get up and around to the stairs, which I believe the only way to get up the side of this lake is to go up and around. So I think there's a walkway and I can go up and around the lake. So this must be the spot where they splashed into the water with the Balrog and the bridge pieces fell on that little outcropping. Pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Again, there is a raid down here, which I'm thinking we might run on Zollin in our LOTRO battle playlist. Because I'd like to show you the raid. It has a lot of the nameless in it, which are the void creatures and demons that have spawned in the dark and ancient places of the world. I'm just going to follow this guy who's over here. He's doing the right thing with his travel here. Again, man, this game has such epic storytelling. Our LOTRO adventure, we got to do one of the new epic story things talking about the history of the dwarves. And it's awesome, you guys. So you can go check out that. But in the future, we'll do that same part with voiceovers on this playlist as well. But that's going to be in the future. I plan on doing it on a LOTRO tale, but I can't believe how far we are into the series on a LOTRO tale, you guys. I don't even know what episode we're on right now. I think we're in like 100 and something, 100 mid past 50s, 60s, 70s. Oh, a vile overseer. You guys got to see this thing. You ever seen the movie Alien? Look at that thing. Oh man, look at it. It's literally a brain with a mouth. Die, demon spawn. Fear my sword. You have been slain, evil spawn of darkness. Okay. So, let's see. Can I go along here? I think I can go along here. So let's summon Remy. Oh, we have our little noble starling. We should summon that. And we got a cute little bird to follow us around. Except he doesn't follow us during our ride, because they don't let us. I think that would be a cool update if they made it where cosmetic pets could follow you while you ride around. Alright, that guy's violent. Oh gosh. Is that the way we have to? We might have to go that way, actually. Ah, we're being killed by a goblin. So he just killed a vile spawn, which is another nameless creature they've made in this game. Here, we'll give him a wave here. Hello! Alright, vile overseers. I think we need to go this way though, because we're trying to find them. So we're gonna fight these things. And throw these like little void things at us. Wah! Die, you vile creature. Didn't we use that? We used the drum last episode. We need to change our instrument. Cowbell! I'm feeling I've got a fever. I need more cowbell. Whoa! That's an old meme if you don't know what that's from. I need more cowbell. It's actually like, I think the meme itself is more funny than the actual, like, video. Because I watched it one time. It's like it's more funny that we all think it's a meme than it actually being funny in itself, even though the acting is hilarious. This spider hates cowbell. That's why it's trying to kill me right now. It's like, I hate your cowbell! Die! Yeah, die. Oh wow, look at these nice little scary... Oh, it's weird fog effect. And these eggs? Well, hello, vile overseer. Oh, dude, see this thing? It's a pustling darkling. Oh, it disappeared because I killed its master, but it was a spawn. Basically like this weird slug of darkness that tries to eat us. Oh, this might be where the, oh, this is the raid. This is where you find the raid of Darn. It's kind of blocked off down here at the bottom of my screen, but of Darn Narbur. Burgun. You've discovered the Dark Delvings. And I believe there's other instances in here too, but this is basically, I think it's the raid. Yeah, see, this is, oh no, this is the Fellowship. Never mind, this is the Dark Delving. This is one of the Fellowship ones, I believe. Because it says it's for Fellowship. But I think down there is the raid, if you go down there farther. So that's very cool. In the future, we'll have that. Good thing we have our little starling to help raise our happiness. The little cute bird. So again, there's some quests here you can do for that too. Way to the Shadow Refuge again.
If we are to find Mithral in Khazad-dûm, we will first have to deal with the orcs.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
I like how there's just a random human down here. I mean, I'm sure there's a reason for it with the lore, but I just like that it's just here. It's funny. All right, these things are just, this place just looks like, oh, just a lovely location. Out of our way, evil. The starling's just a little bit too noisy, though. I like it, but I have to be in the mood to hear birds constantly, you know? All right. A spider. It's dead. Can I slip by him without him see me? Haha, you fool. This one's gonna see me, I think. Yeah. I got in his aggro circle. I got in his aggro circle, lad. You're lucky. Out of my way. Oi. He dead. Alright. Oh, look at that ancient dwarven statue. The Stair of Durin. That was quite a voice. Something like that. I can speak your gibberish orc too, buddy boy. He's trying over here to try to he's like cussing at me in orcish. Cuss right back. All right. Did he just? To you too, little jerk. You have discovered the endless stair. Well, wonderful. Too bad it's actually not entirely endless, but I mean, it does travel up literally like thousands and thousands of feet. We're talking like, you know, it probably starts at like, let's say elevation, right? Because we all use elevation, right? So let's say it probably starts, I'm going to say it in feet, elevation, sorry. So you can do translation if you want, but it's probably like negative, like it's negative elevation right now, right? We're under the ocean, like easily. We're deep in the earth. So probably negative, like, I don't know. The dwarves dug really greedily and really deep, right? Except that's a little misleading, that whole sentence in the movie, but we won't go there. We won't go there. The dwarves, you know, the elves should have known that there was a Belrog down here. No, just kidding. He just plays the elves. There's a meme about that. But anyway, that's not important right now. We're probably like negative like 4,000, 5,000 sea level elevation right now. And this stair goes up to one of the highest points in the Misty Mountains, on one of the highest mountains, which is, I'm assuming, let's say some of the highest mountains in the world are here next to me, right, in North America, not counting Everest. And I mean, granted, those are bigger, right? Those are technically higher, but like from starting at sea level up a mountain, right? So actually a lot of people don't realize a lot of the mountains that, like Everest, its base starts already at like, I forget, it's some really high elevation, like 14,000 feet or something. So again, and then, of course, it's still by itself ridiculous, too. Mount Everest is a tall mountain, and that's why it's one of the tallest points in the world, and it's actually, from its base to its height, it's actually very tall, too, not counting where its starting location is. But anyway, enough about geography. Let's just talk about really high mountains here in North America, right, with our Rockies and Sierra Nevadas and stuff, and when you go up to Alaska, there's some of the highest ones. But one of the highest, not counting the ones in Alaska, is like Mount Whitney, I think it is. Or there's one here that's like, it's like 14,000 something elevation, right? And its lower parts start at like 2,000, right? So it's huge right there. It's just super tall, right? But anyway, I'm assuming that these stairs probably start at like negative 4,000 or 5,000. Tolkien doesn't actually give us the exact depth. He just says it's really deep. So I'm going to say 4,000 or 5,000, which is insanely deep, okay? That's insanely deep. That might not be even, I'm trying to think if that would be realistic even in a fantasy world, because it gets hotter when you go deeper near the core of the planet. But again, I'm getting way too technical now. I bet you it goes up, I would guess, to 14,000, 15,000 elevation. So we're talking a stair that travels an elevation of 20,000 feet, right? I mean, not feet. Yeah, elevation. So you go -5 up to maybe like 15, maybe higher, depending. I don't know how tall the Misty Mountains are. Tolkien, I don't think, ever gives us an actual elevation of the mountains. They're just some of the biggest, right, in Middle Earth. It's a big mountain range. So it's one of the tall. Being the endless stair is probably kind of an accurate interpretation, because for one, right now we have been walking for what, 2 minutes, and we're just at the bottom overlooking the lake. It kind of gives you a feeling of how endless and how big these stairs actually are, because we are still walking, and we're still walking, and we're still going, and we are not even we're not even 1% up these stairs yet. If we're talking, if the elevation is correct, what I'm saying. So, okay, so here we go. It's kind of been blocked off, been crunched by an avalanche, and there's rubble buried here. So let's go ahead and look through it. The rubble is burned and broken, and blocks further passage up the stair. Alright, so yeah, the stair has been basically broken off. You can see there it continues up there. Probably Gandalf fighting the Belrog, no doubt. So, I think the fastest way back would be to do like this. Whee! Oh, wow. Oh, okay. I was like, we didn't die from that? We didn't get incapacitated from that, I mean? We don't die in LOTRO. I always make fun of that you don't die. I think it's realistic, though, because they want to make sure that they don't mess up the lore with the fact that people don't revive, except that they're revived by the Valar, right? Like Glorfindel and Gandalf were both resurrected by the god, right? By God, by the Valar, right? So, and Tolkien, with his beliefs, I'm sure that was a big thing with him, that people don't just get revived by magic, right? It's a direct thing. There's some amazing magical things that could happen to help them before they die, but you don't just revive. So that's why in LOTRO they keep it to you're incapacitated. You're like knocked out, and someone must have helped you, and you take you to those, circle, that kind of thing, right? That's the idea behind that. Anyway, now we've had fun talking about all these different things. Let's continue our story. All right.
These are troubling signs. I fear for the wizard.
These are troubling signs. I fear for the wizard. You describe your discovery of Gandalf's burnt hat in the middle of the Black Lake end of the rubble that chokes the endless stare. Lenglamel sighs. Your news of Mithrandir and the lack of the news concerning my friend Magor both fill me with anxiety, for we still do not know their fates. I thank you for it, but it could be that Magor, at least, may soon return to us. Dilith and Wen found something while you were away.
We must stop Mozarg-Zorks before they unleash an evil we cannot counter.
We cannot counter. Dilith Wenlin found an elf stone, much like the ones I gave you earlier, by the cave mouth to Azanir-Rul-Kar, which emulated a vile stench. You did not place this stone, Zollin. It must have been Magor. But why would he have left the stone rather than returned it to camp himself? I think the cave Magor found must be the source of the great evil Lady Galadriel sensed beneath Moria, Zollin. If you can rescue Magor from its clutches, he may be able to tell us something of its power. You guys, let me be clear. This is not the Balrog she is talking about. The Balrog has already been slain by Gandalf on the top of the mountain. We know that because we visited the top of the mountain in this game and found the Balrog's body. Well, or we might know him in a minute later. But she's talking about a different evil that is holding an elf with the power of almost like Celeborn or Glorfindel. Maybe not on the level of Glorfindel, because Glorfindel has an extreme power because he was resurrected once again by the Valar and given more power. But, I mean, if he's at the level of Galadriel or Celeborn, he kind of trained with them and stuff. This is bad, whatever is holding him. If you can rescue Magor from its clutches, he may be able to tell us something of its power. Gather your courage, friend, whatever this new fell craft be. If it could be best a great elf like Magor in the combat, it must be dangerous indeed. Inspiration will assist you to choose to undertake this challenge. The instance can only be completed by a solo or two-person group. Okay, so we're going to get a solo thing. I was thinking it might be the raid, but I guess not. So, interesting. Okay, so if it's a solo instance, we'll do it on the LOTRO Tale, because this isn't one that's going to open the quest tracker. That means we can do it in LOTRO Tale here. So we will do it in the next episode, my friends. Oh, you hope you're excited. Thanks to my wonderful Patreons. Subscribe button's there if I earned it. Next episode will be right up there. We'll do this awesome. We'll go and help Magor the elf. And another stuff's over there. Check them all out. You guys have a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth. I thoroughly enjoy doing these. I hope that you enjoy them too. And if I do earn it, don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends. And I will see you all in the next episode of Voice of the Rings. Have a wonderful day in Middle-earth, my friends. Stay happy out there. Baruch Kazad Kuzad I menu.